Good morning and welcome to Fort Seller Elementary School. This is your principal, Mr. Lin, and I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. Today is Monday, March 8th, 2021. It is a day two. Now, before we kick off this wonderful day, I want to invite you, as I always do, to participate in the Mindful Minute. The Mindful Minute is a good way to get yourself settled. I said this all the time, but let's be honest. Although even Mr. Lin wants to practice a mindful minute over the weekend, sometimes I forget too. And so sometimes coming out of the weekend, we're a little bit out of practice. So it's a good reminder on why we do the mindful minute. Mindful minute is a way to let us let go of the past. It could have been a great weekend. It could have been a not so great weekend. And that's okay. You're just letting it go because it's happened. You can't do anything about it. The only thing that you can control is right here and right now. Same thing with the future, right? There are things that are coming up that might make you anxious, that might make you nervous, might make you really excited. Well, that hasn't happened yet. You can't control that yet. You can only control what's right here and right now. Anchoring ourselves in breathing is a good way to get ourselves ready for today. That's all it is. All right, so let's go ahead and get ourselves started. Notice your body. Notice that, yes, you are alive. Notice how you have five senses. Use your eyes, for instance, and look around your environment and notice one thing that's interesting to you. Maybe it's not even interesting. You've just used your eyes and you've noticed it. And study it. Study that thing you focused on. Perhaps identify its colors. What does it look like? What does it make you even feel? Right? And then using your ears, pause, stop, and listen. Think about what you hear that you didn't hear before because you weren't paying attention. Yeah. Using your nose, take a breath in, take a breath out. What do you smell? And finally, with your skin, what do you feel? Whether it's the shirt that you're wearing, whether it's the temperature of the air brushing against your skin, right? Maybe you even have an itch, right? Just using your skin, what do you feel? Now, you can use many different breathing techniques, some that you have actually come up with. I am so happy that so many of your friends, or even you yourself, have come up with your own breathing techniques. I like to do a couple. But let's go ahead and get ourselves settled. You don't have to close your eyes. You can simply just soften your gaze and focus on a part in the room. With your eyes open, that's okay. But let's go ahead and begin with our first breath in. For those of you guys who are new to us, this is called starfish breathing. Breathe out. I'm simply tracing my hand with a finger. As you breathe in, notice the coolness of that air going in through your nose, expanding your belly like a balloon. Really feel that. And then go ahead and breathe out, allowing your chest to drop. Breathe in. Experience the fullness of that breath like it's the first breath you've ever taken in your life. And then as you breathe out, give permission for your shoulders to settle, your body to center itself and arrive in this moment. Breathe in. Enjoy it and savor it. And breathe out. Experience the blessings of the simple act of breathing. And once you're in the rhythm of breathing in and out, expand your awareness to not just what is around you, but what is within. Breathe in. Notice the parts of your body that you don't often pay attention to, like your toes. Breathe out, like the rest of your feet and your legs, your knees perhaps. Breathe in. Notice your hip and your belly. Put a spotlight on your belly and just experience what it feels like for the air to come in and breathe out. Notice your chest as it goes up and down as you breathe, and your lower and upper back. Breathe in. And your shoulders, and your arms, and your wrists, and your hands, and your fingers. Notice too your neck, and of course, the very top, the head balancing all on top. Breathe in. And finally, think about what feelings and emotions you've brought to school today. Breathe out. It is okay to have whatever feelings you have, whether it's anger or sadness or happiness. just recognize you have those feelings. Breathe in and don't push them away. It's so easy to do that. Allow them to sit and stay with you and tell you what messages they need to tell you. Breathe out. Let's go ahead and take one important breath in and one more important breath out. Now, in a moment, you'll hear a bell or a chime. Listen to it as it gets quieter and quieter. And when you can't hear it anymore, you may then open your eyes and awaken to the world that is around you. Welcome to a new day right here at the fort, where you are loved, where you are cared for, and where we want you to succeed. Now, whether you have a great day or not is ultimately your choice. So choose wisely, work at it, and enjoy the rewards. Don't forget, choosing wisely also includes you can look around your world, and there are things that will make you upset, things that will make you sad, and those are okay. You should definitely recognize them. But don't also forget about the things that make you happy. Things that bring joy to yourself, things that that remind you what blessings there are still, even in the hardest days, right? They're there. Recognize them, and just practice gratitude. It's okay to be thankful too for the things that you do have, even if there are other things that are making life a little bit hard. All right, at this moment, please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You could go ahead and take a seat. I want to thank you for joining me in the Mindful Minute. Those of you guys who did. There's some of you guys who haven't really joined me. That's okay. If you didn't join me today, just remember the option and the invitation is always there for you to join me for the first time. I really enjoy having that mindful minute, not just for myself, but also being able to do it with you. And that's really cool. For those of you guys who are also doing a fabulous job not participating, just remember, I think you're doing a fabulous job because you are simply providing me an option to share it with others, and you're being respectful. And being respectful is one of our 3 B's. To others as well as to yourself. It is all about being a hero to others, right? And same thing with being responsible. Responsible with the words that come out of our mouth, being responsible with our hands and our feet. We have different emotions, and I've already said this a million times, but I think it's really important. It is okay to have whatever emotions you have. You should actually recognize them. And, allow those feelings to really be a part of who you are. But how we express them, there's a responsible and helpful way, and there's a maybe not so responsible way, and a way that's not a hero's way, right? So, again, going back to this old adage of being a hero in each other's lives, choose the ways to express your emotions in a responsible, heroic way. And finally, show that you're ready. Ready for today. Are you? Are you ready for today? Are you ready to be in class? Are you ready to enjoy the blessings of being with your teacher and your class in your classroom? Or if you're at home, are you ready to be part of the class, even if you're from the computer, right? Are you ready to eat lunch in the cafeteria? Are you ready to walk in the hallways? Are you ready to ride the bus? Are you ready to show respect and responsibility? I know many of you guys who practice a mindful minute took a step forward in trying to be ready. So thank you. And there are other ways to get yourself ready for the day, so I encourage you to do that. Now, last but not least, in the month of March, we're spotlighting the character trait of integrity. That's doing the right thing when nobody else is looking. It's easy to do the right thing when people are looking. The question is, do you have the guts and the bravery to do it when nobody else is looking? When you could probably get away with doing the wrong thing because it might be easier or just because it might be fun. Do you have the courage to practice doing the right thing when nobody else is looking? I challenge you to do that. And if you haven't heard Mr. Lin say this yet, I love you and I like you just the way you are. Have a wonderful Monday.